Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Miles and this is Aromas by Miles. I'm excited today to have you join me on this slow dance around the fragrance world. We've got a good one for you today. We're going to continue in our Discovery Set series where we explore discovery sets from around the world, give you a chance to see some different types of fragrances, some fragrances you might not ordinarily see, you might not be able to find. So today we have a real hidden gem, one that's rarely talked about out there in cyberspace, and that's from Nichend. Nichend is a Turkish house. It's a relatively new niche house. It's got some interesting Turkish cultural influences to it, some artisanal quality. Space is the inspired theme of it, and it's about the craziest discovery sets you're ever going to want to see. This concept's been captured kind of in that mystery of the cosmos kind of a thing where they focus on a lot of these unexpected twists that would come from space and different things like that. So all of their fragrances are, in this discovery set anyway, are inspired by things from space. And despite being under the radar, Nichend has built a strong reputation amongst enthusiasts for this, their bold compositions, sleek presentations, and again, this is a high value discovery set. So the house didn't get much attention, but their discovery really is phenomenal. There's 19 samples in one of the best presentations I've ever seen. So since there are 19 of them, we're going to have to get going and dive in. So the first one I want to talk about, well, let me show you the discovery set first. There's so many pieces to it. There's this, you've got this, there's this, and then you've got all these little inserts and all kinds of other information. It's just an amazing set. It's a little hard to navigate through, but we'll see what we can do. So the first one we're going to talk about today is Neptune. And Neptune is a 2020 release. I'll have most of these already open, but a 2020 release. It's a salty aquatic with mandarin orange and pepper at the top, cologne, a little bit of cedar in the middle, musk. I'm not going to put these on strips because I don't have that many strips. Musk and some pepper and labdanum in the base. It opens with a bright, fresh, kind of a freshness, a briny freshness that's kind of like mouthwash. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's kind of like mouthwash. So after that, it settles into a little bit of a kind of an oriental dry down. The longevity is modest, but if you're an aquatic lover, you're going to really like this one. Think of, I don't know, something poetic like standing on the shores of the Bosporus in a crisp, airy, light, mineralic morning, and it's refreshing, but it's not overly complex. So I think if you like aquatic fragrances, you're gonna gravitate toward Neptune. So let's try another planet. How about Pluto? And let me get it open here. Here we go. Let's get this one out in the air a little bit. Oh yeah. Pluto's a warm, spicy fougere. Cloves, lavender, citrus at the top. It's got a little bit of heliotrope, some lily of the valley up at the top, jasmine in the heart, a little bit of oak moss too, some vetiver and patchouli in the base. It projects well at first, and then it darkens into this earthy kind of evening scent. Average projection would definitely be worth sampling. There's a spicy clove and lavender combination that kind of makes it feel almost old school barbershop. But I wouldn't say it was really old school fougere. Yet the heliotropes, they add a kind of a powdery almond sweetness. Maybe it keeps it a little more modern. If you like fougeres, this is a little bit of a different kind, a little more modern. So I think this would be one that you could certainly try out. Again, you can get these samples from a bunch of discounters, obviously, and you can buy the set. It comes all the way from Turkey, so it takes a little bit to get there. All right, let's move on to the next one. Give me a second here. Okay, here we go. This one, 2022 release called Space. Space kind of leans feminine with some bergamot in it, a little lemon and some cherry up front. You know, it's a big fruit bomb, and there's some raspberry and some rose in the heart, and then you've got tonka and a little bit of musk in the base to kind of push it down a little bit. It opens, for me, it opens syrupy sweet, almost, I don't want to say cough medicine, but I'm going to say cough medicine. Like, and it never quite shakes that off. It's a hard pass for me. This is just too feminine and too sweet. It's just overwhelming. It makes me feel like, you know, I'm a juvenile, I'm a kid, you know, that junior high kind of smell from the girls. Even though the tonka and the vetiver try and balance it out. For someone who loves ultra sweet gourmand florals, it might still be a hit, but you know, for me it's just too sweet and too childlike. So let's move on to another one because we've got plenty to go here. How about Supernova? Let me get Supernova out of here. This one I hadn't opened. So, but the presentation on this is just fantastic. I don't know where they came up with it, but it's really, really good. Let's blast this one out here. Okay. Supernova, another 2022 launch. Supernova is a woody amber floral with a little bit of apple and bergamot in it. I get a little bit of rose out of it in the top. Vanilla, sandalwood, musk, a little bit of amber and patchouli. You know, that kind of makes the base. And the base kind of stays around. It starts fruity, but it dries into a smoother, woody floral scent. I don't think this is as fruity as some of the others. It kind of leans feminine to me. But, you know, ladies, if you like this one, I would sure give it a try. Imagine a blend between a fruity opening and kind of a sandalwood vanilla finish. I think it'd be great for fall, winter, maybe an elegant dinner or an evening out. I think you could definitely pull that off. I don't think it's going to work too well certainly in the heat of the summer. So that's Supernova. Let's take a look at the next one, which is going to be Black Hole. Sounds good. Okay. Black Hole's a boozy, woody, creamy. It's got a little bit of whiskey in it, and I get a little bit of milk. Maybe, I don't know where that comes from, but there's Davana, musk, and woods in the dry down. I get about 5 hours longevity with this one, kind of making it, you know, the perfect scent for a cool or cold evening in the fall or winter. This one's a thumbs up for me. I really like this one. It's comforting. You know, it feels like you've known it for a while, but it's a little edgy. That milk punch or whatever that is in there is still pushing out. It's got a dark woody backbone. I think this is one of the most unique offerings so far. Maybe there's something else that's different in here, but I really, really do enjoy this one. We'll try that one again later. So let's see. All right, the next one was going to be, I know I'm hurrying along, but I've got 19 of these to do, so let's try this one. This one is Planet. Maybe another 2022 release. They were busy in 2022. Okay. Planet's a sweet, spicy, kind of fruity scent. It's unisex. There's pear and lime up in the opening, but that seems like it goes away quickly. It's patchouli, and you can get that magnolia, that southern magnolia, and a little bit of jasmine. I think this one's versatile. You could probably wear it in the spring. Again, a little feminine leaning, but I don't think it's too feminine for a man to wear. The magnolia note really punches through. And you guys know, I've talked about this before in other videos. Magnolia is a scent that, for me, coming from the south of the United States, it's a very recognizable smell. Those big white flowers from the magnolia tree. It adds creaminess, and that patchouli kind of keeps the sweetness down too much. So I think it's a great scent. It's a reliable fragrance. I think it works well. You could wear it at the office setting. I think you could actually make it a signature scent if you wanted to go that far. I don't think it's going to handle the heat very well. It's more of a late spring, early fall kind of a scent. But yeah, I think that's a good one. Let's see what we have next. The next one let's try is Gravity, another 2022 release. This one is going to be some rum, some lemon, settles into patchouli with a little bit of amber and some woods in it. It's boozy to me, but it's kind of bright. It's not blasting, but it's kind of bright. It's got a little bit of balsamic in it, I think. This would be a, cooler summer evenings, early fall too. Wouldn't handle the Texas heat or anything like that. But this is definitely a masculine scent. I think this is well blended with some good, solid ingredients. And I like the rum in it. I like that wood, that boozy piece along with the woodsy base. It gives it kind of a little bit of maturity, if that's what you want to do. It's kind of maybe an older scent. Great balance. Yeah, it's balance between the rum and the smoothness of the woods. So yeah, I think that's a good one. Let's see what we have next in our galaxy worth of box here. Let's see. Okay, next one we're going to try is Astronaut. An Astronaut is a woody aromatic scent. Some geranium, I sprayed it in my eye. Some geranium, Bulgarian rose, a little bit of amber. Yeah, cedar, gaiac wood kind of come in after the dry down. I think it's, well, I originally thought it was feminine leaning, but I don't think it's, I think it, as it dries down a little bit and slows down, it's definitely more unisex. But this one's nothing groundbreaking. I don't think this one would be one that I would spend a whole lot of money on because it's been done so many times. The rose kind of dominates and gives it that classic, rose floral feel. There's a little bit of cedar that provides some structure to it, but I don't think it's something that is too terribly unique. It's not bad, but in that crowded rose fragrance market, it doesn't really stand out. I don't see this one as one that I would probably put that one back in the cosmic box, if you will. All right, let's see what we got next. Make sure I got the right one. Yeah, so this one is Kepler 51D, and this is a newer release, 2024. This is, let me get this, there we go. Kept it out of my eye anyway. Okay, orange, pineapple, peach, a little bit of caramel, but it's got that cotton candy kind of smell to it. There's some vanilla and amber in the base, but this one is, oof. This one's a little sweet for me. I mean, it's a lot sweet for me. It's one of those youthful kind of scents we were talking about before. It doesn't last long. It'd probably be great for teens, but it's not good for me. It's that junior high football game smell I talk about sometimes. It smells like a carnival, a lot of candied fruits and that cotton candy stuff, a lot of sugar. It doesn't have much depth to it, and it flies away pretty quick. I guess it'd be a fun starter for a young fragrance fan, but that's a definite pass for me. Let's see what else we got here. Let's get warmer. Let's do Sun. So I gotta open this one, sorry. Sun, oh, did I break it? I'm back. Nothing like getting it churned up. So Sun, let's see what that one's like. Sun's an amber floral with, yeah, it's a pretty elegant fragrance. I actually like Sun. Amber, vanilla take over, and it kind of kills those florals, knocks them down a little bit. It's a little powdery to me, a little spicy, a little warm. I'm thinking Grand Soir or Ani when I think those kind of characteristics, but you make your own decision if you get your hands on it. I think it's masculine leaning for sure. Fall, winter. I'd give this one a thumbs up. This one, yeah, it reminds me of Grand Soir, which is one of my favorite fragrances ever. So I'd give definitely a go on this one. It's well blended, a little powdery, but warm. It's kind of a comfort scent, for like formal evenings. I think you could pull this off in the cold winter and you'd be just fine. So that's Sun. I'd definitely take a look at that one. Okay, the next one we've got here is Mercury. Let me get this one up and going. Mercury is, shot at my face again. Go a little farther out. Mercury is a citrus woody. I get a little bit of coriander, maybe some bergamot in there at the top, but it's a rosy fragrance. There's Turkish rose in the middle, and it's got a spicy amber at the base. It starts bright, spicy, and then for me, it kind of fades into a powdery rose again. Another one of those rose fragrances, right? Longevity is about 4 to 6 hours. I mean, you're just going to have to respray it, but I think probably going to handle the heat a little bit better. It's pleasant, but it just doesn't stay around long. The coriander note adds a little bit of complexity to the citrus, but maybe that makes it a little more exotic. because you know, I like coriander. I think coriander is a great fragrance ingredient. But you know, it's just got limited impact. I don't think it's going to push out there very far. So that would be my concern, is that it doesn't get out there very far. So let's try another planet here. How about, let me get Venus out. How about Venus? Okay, I'm going to try not to spray this in my face. There, it's a little better. Ooh, okay. It's another floral, feminine, jasmine, tuberose. Again, it's rose dominant. Rounded off with a little bit of vanilla and maybe a little bit of musk. But to me, it kind of reminds me of stepping into a flower shop. I think it'd be great for women. Projections moderate, longevity's moderate, but I think it's a little too feminine for me. I think it's well made, it's well blended. It seems like it's got some good ingredients in it, but it's too feminine for me. Tuberose is really rich and it's lush and elegant, but it wouldn't be lush and elegant on my hairy ass. So I think I'm going to stick that one in the women's section. Let's try another planet. Oh, how about home? Here we go. How about Earth? Let's see what Earth is like. Now, Earth is fruity. Oof. Fruity. How about fruity? It's a fruity citrus. Got some pineapple in it. I'm getting peach and orange and 2 or 3 other things. There's rose and pepper. It's supposed to be orris in there, but I don't get any orris at all. It's a nice scent, but it's certainly not unique. I could see wearing this one in the summer. I think you're going to have to respray it a bunch because it's not going to hang around very long. It's light, and you know, it just doesn't hang. Cheerful kind of daytime scent. I think it's playful, easygoing. I don't think you'd have any trouble. It's versatile summer scent, let's say that. But it sure lacks originality. I'm not getting anything that I would call original out of it. Let's see what else we got. All right, we did a planet. How about we do a moon? So let's see what the moon's like. It's harder than it looks when you got bare paws. Fruity woody. It's got some pineapple. There's some other fruits in there, maybe apple. I'm getting a little pepper and saffron. I can definitely pull the saffron out. There might be something else in there. That's kind of in the middle. There's some amber and sandalwood, a little bit of patchouli in the base. It seems like those are the standard base DNAs for this house. It's less sweet than I expected, but you know, it's coming along with that woody feel. The sandalwood and the amber and the patchouli are pushing out. It's kind of masculine leaning. I think it's got a pretty good longevity. I'd give this one a thumbs up. Again, this is a night scent, you know, for sure. One of those cool weather evening kind of scents. Yeah, that's not a bad scent at all. That's moon. So let's do another planet since we have so many of them to do. How about Mars? Now Mars, I'm getting leather and maybe a little bit of iris. It seems like there's might be a little bit of chocolate in there. I have to look at the notes. Got a little bit of a cleaning vibe to it. It's leather and iris, but you know, I'm getting maybe a little bit of chocolate that's kind of in there. But the leather's not. It's not that saddle leather. It's suede. It's maybe softened a little bit by the iris, and it seems like there's a little rose. It's powdery. I mean, I think it'd linger around. It's probably got good longevity and sillage. I'd have to check the notes, but yeah, that's a masculine fragrance all the way. I like it. The longer it takes, the longer it develops. It's kind of understated. It's not that rugged kind of leather that you would get in, you know, in tobacco leather or tobacco vanille or any of those other sorts of things. It's kind of gentlemanly. I mean, again, all of the ingredients here are high quality, and all of them are well blended. So you could just say that's the reason. But it's, again, the quality of the ingredients makes an enormous difference. Yeah, I like Mars. Mars is going to go in my to-do bucket. Okay, we're running out of planets. Let's try something else out of the set. The set is enormous. It's so cool. Okay, this one is Asteroid. Now, Asteroid is woody, they say. Anyway, woody amber. Ooh, that's a heavy, damp scent for sure. It's got oud. I'm getting a little bit of that magnolia, you know, from the south. kind of wet, like wet leaves, you know, like a forest, that sort of thing, or the yard full of leaves that's wet. There's some orange in it, some cinnamon, but that barely shows up. It's dark, kind of dank. I would say this one's divisive. This definitely isn't for everyone, pretty challenging. Yeah, it might be too much for me too. For any of those people who enjoy those, you know, gothic kind of moody, atmospheric kind of fragrances, this might be a hidden gem for you. But I'm not sure when I would wear it. I mean, I guess it would be certainly be a colder weather scent, but that one's too much for me, too heavy for me. Let's see, we've got another planet here, I think. Yeah, here we go. How about Jupiter? Jupiter, the big planet. Let's try that. 2020 release. It's an amber vanilla with some patchouli, a little bit of cedar. So I can keep from shooting myself in the face. Ooh, I like that one. It's dark, rich. It's got a little bit of leather out of it, I think. Amber vanilla blends are familiar, but if they're done well, that's fine. But you know, there's so many of them out there. It's got, I think, above average longevity. I think this one would be a versatile cold weather kind of fragrance. I think you could wear this one late fall, winter, evening, I think for sure. That's a thumbs up. Okay, that's going to go over there. Geez, I'm about half and half on these, which that's amazing. You know, this one's Jupiter's comforting. It's strong. I think it may not be groundbreaking, but it's certainly like the classic winter kind of scent. So, you know, again, I would take a look at these. I'm not sure how hard these are to get, to be honest with you. Let's take a look at Saturn. I've heard things about Saturn. It's gotten a little bit of hype in the past. I'm going to put this one on skin. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Citrus. It's kind of aromatic, but it's kind of a fougere. Pepper, some bergamot, a little bit of lemon at the top. Yeah, the lavender's coming through big in the mids with there's a little bit of florals in there, vetiver maybe, sandalwood finishing it out. It's bright. I think it's a great summer. It's a great summer scent. Maybe social. I don't know. The longevity's decent. Again, if you're after a summer scent, I think this would be a good one to give it a shot. Pool gatherings, kind of outdoor lunches, something like that I think would work perfectly for it. Yeah, that would be, geez, that's in the thumbs up side too. I'm not going to be able to afford to buy any of these if I like them all. I mean, there's nothing really, really groundbreaking, nothing super unique about it, but they're all very good, and some of them are really good, top shelf type stuff. Okay, let's go to my favorite one, Uranus. Let's see what Uranus smells like. Well, it happens to be a musky, woody, slightly animalic scent. Does that sound about right for Uranus? Opens with iris, a little bit of musk. Yeah, I like this one. Amber, a little bit of leather. This one pushes out there, I think, pushes out there pretty well. It's unisex. I mean, I guess it's developing a little bit in my nose. It's a little bit feminine, but again, high quality ingredients. It's kind of this one's a little more unique, kind of a bold scent that pushes out there a little bit. Geez, I like this one. Okay, another thumbs up. This one I think is kind of daring. This it's not for a beginner, but it's pretty bold. I think this one's maybe one of the most unique ones in the kit. It's crazy, and actually that's our 19th one, if you can believe it. We're finishing off with that one. So I know I ran through them awfully quick, but I was terrified this was going to be a 45-minute video, so I apologize. I wish I'd have given you a little more information. I've tried honestly about half of these on my skin and worn 3 or 4 of them out, and I just love this house. I think this house is an absolute hidden gem, and this discovery set is just ridiculous. You know, they're bold, they're varied, you know, maybe a little bit repetitive at times, but overall it's a great value. There's some hits in here, and yeah, of course there's some misses, but again, it depends on who you are, right? If you're a guy who likes, you know, manly scents, then anytime you're going to hit these unisex leaning feminines, you're not going to like it, right? It's definitely worth exploring. Compared to other niche houses like Amouage, Xerjoff, it feels more experimental. It's a little playful, and this discovery set is nuts. It's less refined than those others, you know. Amouage leans a little opulent, and Memos, you know, travels through all those landscapes and gives you all that leather. And Xerjoff is a wide range of luxury stuff, but Nichend takes the cosmic theme and kind of pushes it out there. But bold. It's a little risky kind of formulas. Some of these are fairly unique, and I think it's a good buy. Anyway, I hope that gives you a little bit of an introduction. I paid about $125, I think, for this set, and it had to come from Istanbul. But honestly, I was amazed when I opened this thing up, because all of this stuff in here is just ridiculous. So that's Nichend. I hope I'm saying that the right way, a Turkish house. And if I were you, I would get out there and explore a little bit about it. So thanks for watching. I'm Miles, and I appreciate you taking your time to take a look at my video. And as you guys know, all the proceeds or any exposure, anything good with this channel goes to Medic Outpost nonprofit. They support first responders and healthcare workers around the world in remote areas. So a little bit about it at the end. I hope you stayed till the end. Please like and subscribe. None of this goes to anything other than that nonprofit. So subscribing and liking and doing all those algorithm things are going to make a huge difference. And again, I'm trying to get to 15 subscribers by the end of the year. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Be safe, and let the world happen to you. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in to Aromas by Miles. As most of you know, this channel is really dedicated to supporting the Medic Outpost nonprofit, which is a small nonprofit that supports healthcare workers and first responders in remote areas around the world. Anything that comes from this channel is going to go directly to that. So I hope you try and help me expose this wonderful charity and everything they do, and continue to watch Aromas by Miles. Thank you.